I first want to start off by thanking Terry, Lisa, Cindy, Doug, and Judy for making this day so special for Justin and Megan. I also want to thank our military, men and women, and all our veterans for all they do and all they've sacrificed to keep us safe and free. Justin, I know your dad, Tucker, and your stepdad, Rocky, are watching over the two of you today with pure joy. They're smiling down with pride at the man that you've become, and they're so happy for you. You were finally able to find someone that can put up with you. I've known Justin for about 6 or 7 years now, but it seems like we've been friends forever. I consider him to be not only one of my closest friends, but also my older brother. For the first few years after meeting Justin, we actually worked together, and that was awesome. When you work side by side with your best buddy, who also happens to be a United States Marine and a black belt karate champion, you can pretty much say whatever the hell you want to anybody. It was honestly like working with Chuck Norris. I know there's a few Chucks here. Did you invite that Chuck? Well, if he's not here, I can tell this story. Not many people know this because of how humble Justin is, but Justin actually met Chuck Norris at a karate competition in St. Louis. At that time, Chuck was on the fence about starring in a little TV show called Walker, Texas Ranger. Justin not only convinced him to do that show, but in between matches, he taught Chuck how to do that roundhouse kick he's so famous for, and how to grow a beard. Clearly there is a debt owed, and I know Chuck wishes he could have been here today. Anyway, you all already know this, but Justin has a lot of great qualities. He's really smart, he's incredibly caring, and he has a great sense of humor. But my favorite quality about Justin is how he'll stick up for anyone in need, even if it means putting himself in harm's way. This has earned him the nickname, the King of Confrontation. A couple examples. I had to narrow it down for sure. At Turtle Beach where we worked, Justin once had to explain to a guy that he couldn't just dump his garbage on the ground. It obviously wrecked the beach for everybody else, but more importantly, the turtles could eat it and die. The first time this happened, Justin cleaned up the mess. The second time this happened, Justin encouraged the guy to clean up his mess. The third time, just kidding, there was no third time. The guy was so scared of Justin, he became an environmental activist. Justin has also challenged countless verbally abusive boyfriends and has made them change their tones quite a bit. In fact, one time, after confronting a drunk knucklehead that was completely belittling his girlfriend, the boyfriend began to stare Justin down like a lion stalking its prey. Justin had no choice but to engage in an over 3-hour staring contest. It took Justin 2 packs of cigarettes, 6 bottles of Dr. Pepper, and 1 public urination citation. But the guy eventually gave up, and the King of Confrontation was triumphant once again. All true stories. If you don't already know it, Justin bleeds red, white, and blue. If you're going to any sort of event that plays the national anthem, you better pray you're not responsible for him missing it.
Yes. Or you don't go.
Yeah. The anthem is his favorite part, and he will straight up and leave if he misses it. And if it was your fault that he missed it, it'll take about 3 months for him to warm back up to you. On a more serious note, when I was first getting to know Justin and learning about his time as a Marine in Iraq, I learned that Justin volunteered to be in infantry. He had his choice of plenty of other jobs, but he volunteered to be in the infantry. For a while, I thought he must be out of his mind. But one day I asked him, why in the world did you volunteer to do the most dangerous job in the Marines? Without skipping a beat, he replied so someone else wouldn't have to. I'll never forget that answer because it was so genuine and perfectly describes everything Justin stands for. After today, you all are under Justin's wing. If you need to put someone in their place, he'll be there to back you up. He is the greatest friend, relative, or in-law you could ever possibly ask for. I'm so glad Justin and Megan found each other because they're absolutely perfect together. I also consider Megan to be like a sister to me. Megan, thanks for being the best thing that has ever happened to my best friend. You're awesome, and I couldn't be happier for the two of you. And if Justin turns out to be half as good at being a husband as he has been at being a friend, then you have a truly wonderful life ahead of you. Let's raise our glasses to Justin and Megan.